let's continue working on our blue body here. I will, similar to the fish, go over some of the details how I set this up, but do not continue from the beginning since this is a pretty repetitive process now. The image on the left side gives us basically all the important information. How far are the eyes apart, the mouth, nose, the ears, cover. So this is pretty simple. And then since this is a little bit tricky to see just from a photo, I will show how everything here looks. So this is just a ring, then a blue body, which is a little bit smaller. And then here we have two legs. The legs do actually intersect here. This can later, for example, be rounded. In the photo, if we zoom in, you see there, and there's a little bit of green, kind of like there and there. They cut this a little bit away. We simply keep this as a ring, period. Yeah, okay. The height for the feet, the height for this green thing, the height for this upper part and the arms. I didn't measure how far they get out. We can just eyeball this. Okay, no? Very good. So now the interesting part is how do we do actually the face? Since it's an image, we can rotate it. And however we zoom in, you can see that something here is happening. So this is kind of like my most favorite character from South Park. This is actually something that goes around the head. And this is 34 millimeters wide. Okay, so let's make a Shift S cursor to world center, Shift A circle, 64, 34, that is 17. And we rotate this along 90 degree axis. And then we can move this to here. So does this line up? And this looks actually pretty close. And we can get this closer. Zip. Yeah. Okay. I don't like this eye. It's a little bit too far out. Okay. What about we make this a tick bigger? Yeah. We go 36. Nope. Let's keep it. What do we have here? 35. So yeah, 35. Okay, good. So now the face is actually, think about it a little bit inside. So the blue body, which is kind of like a head, is above it. So how do we do this now? It's actually pretty simple, fairly simple. So I bring this a little bit closer. And now I will select this body here, Shift D and Escape, and call this face. And then I will scale this down a little bit. I don't really know how much yet, really, but it looks like it should be around 2 millimeters. So when this is a millimeter, and this is close to 2 millimeter offset. 45, 45. Okay, so 43 is actually 2 millimeters. Oh, nice, very good. Okay, very good. Control A and place. How do we make the face visible? No, but it's not sticking out, it's actually inside. Shift S, cursor to world origin. Okay, very nice. Shift A. Now we can use cylinder. The cylinder we set to 6, 4. Or should we do cylinder? Yeah. No. I decided just to do it differently. No worries, all good. Here, select body, Shift T and escape. And we call this body modes. Very nice. And then select all this, S and Y, and scale this flat. Cool. And select those faces here. S and Y. This is flat. And I move this further away. Okay, pretty cool. Can go to this view and scale this up. So it's getting maybe like this, all good. Control R, move this over and move this back, hold control. So we snap it to this corner, Shift E1, we trace it. Like this, Shift E and 1, trace it. Select this outline, Shift E1, increase it. And now what we will do, check this out, when we select these faces, we can move this inwards. You see how this is actually a flat edge, but from here, there you can see how this is in this ring. Okay, so I think this actually hopefully should work. Alt H. So now I need to see where actually this piece, there it is. Okay, so my trick now is to here, this whole thing needs to be smaller. Even more. Yeah, like this. So maybe I can do this like this. So this is a little bit inside. This is the base. This is the outside. So this ring. Move back. So this is not too angled. Okay. Let's select my body. Boolean difference, correct. And cut this off. E. Oopsie. We set this to auto smooth, H. Select this one, auto smooth. Yeah, cool. Okay, so there you see, we actually have a nice trimmed body where this is at an angle. If this would be flat, I simply could have drawn a cube and removed the cube. But I wanted this to be nice and circular. So this fits. You see, this is a beautiful circular outside and inside path. Very nice. And there's actually now our face. Very good. So let's continue. Go to materials. Nope. This is face. Then we go into edit mode I turn this to 3 and this on. So I can see actually the whole half of my sphere needs to be UV unwrapped. So you see these sides through, so the whole half needs to be unwrapped. Unwrap, Control I, and unwrap. Very good. So with the back area still selected, I quickly go into the UV editor, scale this down, and put this into a corner. Control I, and then this one here, rotate. And I try to use the grid here as a helper to line this up. Okay, S, and I scale this down a little bit. So, new image. There we are. And we don't see this yet because we need to give this also the image. There we are, nice and black. 0.3, 1, there we are. Oops, I pressed 1. Now we can go to the fun part. We go image editor, paint, and oops, texture paint. There we are. So what I will do first is actually sample some colors. So click. This is maybe a nice brown. Let's see. Oh yeah, it is there in the corner. Okay, good. Then maybe this red. Okay. And here the orange. It's maybe a tick too bright, maybe. We'll see. And here the skin color. Cool. The skin color is basically everywhere. So let's do our fall off, be constant. There we are. Okay, very nice. Cool. So the hair, how do we do the hair now? This is actually where the curve tool can come in. Pretty handy. Before I do this, however, I wanna select this one, move it to the front, move it to here. Then this I would like to be less transparent. Try to center this as, and I try to scale this up. It's actually maybe easier to hide all this, so I only see this line. Yeah, it's a lot easier there. Plus minus. This photo is not perfectly photographed right from the front, so we can't get this 100% correct. This is pretty good. Okay. And now how do we do Alt H? How do we do actually everything? this one here goes into construction and be gone. Good. Let's quickly go back to image editor. And here I can select my object this way. So face, very good. We can go into texture paint. There we are. And there are my drawing tools. Very good. What's this error message always popping up there? Paint. Yeah, not sure. Not coming up again, so who cares? Let's not get distracted. We want this to be drawn. So there are multiple ways how we can do this. So I could make this kind of tiny. Then I will sample my hair color. And try to draw this by hand. But with a mouse, yeah, that looks kind of terrible. Oh, this stabilizing tool can come in quite handy. So maybe 30. Let's see. Okay. And you see how I'm pulling this. So much better already. This was a bad one. So I draw it from there. Okay. From there. And from there, the last stroke here I went in was terrible. Cool. Okay, so fall off now I can, sorry, stabilizer I can turn off and maybe hide this for the moment. Okay, so I marked actually the areas where now I can go in and fill this. It's kind of like a little bit of cartoon cell painting. Here actually when I zoom in, you see how the brush in this mode actually gets bigger and smaller. So there it's actually different. Here, when I go in, you see the brush does not get bigger. And now I can paint small and now I paint big, just so you know. Yeah, cool. So with this done, also that tells me my UV map is actually incorrect because the hair is on the right side and it comes down here on the left side. It's embarrassing that I just noticed this only now. Wah, wah. Not a big deal because I want to show you how we can do it the other side too, or the other way. So UV editor. Minus 90. So I think, yeah, this is correct now. So I'm going to go back into painting. Yeah, correct corner. Texture paint. I will select this one, Make this bigger, paint over so it's gone. Very good. And then I go back here to this and I make this really nice and small, maybe like this, and show this one more time. Okay, so now how can I actually create something like this, maybe via curves? This is where then the curves come in very good. So instead of stroke as a space, we say curve, new curve. What was a control right mouse button? So control right mouse button, control right mouse button, control right mouse button, and make this bigger. Okay, and then shift and right mouse button. I can pull these out. Very good. Okay, that looks pretty good. You notice now when I go in and out, my path remains the same. So be careful of this and hit enter. And there's actually now the outline right there. Cool. Then I could go back to space. And simply fill the stuff out. I press F all the time to make this much bigger or smaller. Here we are. A little bit more sharp. Very nice. Cool. Okay, let's hide actually this image. Yeah, that looks actually pretty cool. Nice haircut, buddy. Then let's turn on the construction stuff. Just not this one. I want to hide this one. So zip, turn all this on. Body trim, whoop, and there it's gone. Okay. Where are my eyes and all this stuff? Alt H. Oh, oh, that's hilarious. Oh, cool. Also, this happened. So why did I say hilarious? Where are my eyes and nose? Well, it's there. Um, but it got projected onto the trimmed face head. That's not what I want. So how do we fix this? Super easy. Alt D and escape. Make a clone, and I call this body. This is a workaround. Bring this to there. And now I can select this and here say, put this onto protect body. Changed. And that's normal because in my geniusness, I still have this on. Clock, there it's gone. You see? Easy. So then so we project this onto a copy of the body. Geometry. There we are. Cool. Okay, so Then let's take a look at our face. Go back to here. We would like to do a painting. So texture paint, we have all these colors here. The reference really we don't need to see anymore. So let's do the eyes first. Eyes are easy. So black and symmetry, we do X. And maybe there. Missing UV texture. Oh, maybe the wrong object is selected. Yep, there. Have the face selected. Then it works. Okay. Oh, wasn't turned on. Very good. So now I can go in and then try to figure out, okay, so plus minus, where can I do this? I could actually also, if I want, try to really look perpendicular on this. Make this bigger. Yeah, you see then this actually is more a circle. Same there. So I don't paint from the front because that will be distorted. I paint it actually perpendicular onto this. So then if I want, I can really make sure this is a circle by making it a tick bigger, click, and click. Clean circles. Hello, Kenny. Very good. The nose is this bright orange. So you. So maybe somewhere there. Okay. So a little bit bigger. Now I can center this again on the grid. Super useful. There we are. Very nice. And then here, switch the color and space to line. I go from this grid to this grid. Close a little bit up. There, nice. Then the mouth. There's the color for it. Okay, let's do it this way. Oh, wrong color. Click. So there we are. Yeah, so I'm going to unfortunately overwrite my nose there a little bit. So I know the lower part. Oh, this was actually very close. So using the grid, perfect, very good. And this is even the height. Very nice. Make this smaller. Yum. Yum, yum, yum. So then line. Sorry. Try to find points which are easy. Maybe here, this is easy. So I go to this. So from this corner as a line over to this corner. Oh, a little bit bigger. There, cool. Okay, now I messed up the nose, so I have to do the nose one more time. It's not really a problem. We are pros at this point. And in case you're not, you have to watch my videos more carefully. There we are. Rotate, and not rotate. Getting tired. Switch the tool. Okay, so I just pre-paint this so I can make a smaller brush like this, and then I go, yeah, line from there to there. Suck. Look at this. Oh, so cute. Hello there. How are you doing? Please 3D print me. By the way, with that said, these things are super easy to be 3D printed. And now we can save this. That looks kind of funny. Yeah. Okay. This is, for example, let's say we would like to really perfect this. I would like to show you something. So this we will now save as. Face export. Yeah. But to grab it for the moment, I'll make a new design. And again, this is really infinite canvas. Yeah, it's good. So it doesn't really matter what program you use. Illustrator here in this case is actually very easy. Or something like Illustrator. And there we are. Work, Wayne, lectures, offline assignment, toys, bathtub, fishing, textures, face export. There we are. Cool. So I brought this one in, and then I will crop this. 1000 pixels, very good. Wow, this is actually really dark. Yeah, it is. Okay. Another thing what I will do now is I will go to UV editor. And there you see the UV map, and say export UV layout. All UV modified. Yeah. And I will call this face UV export. Import place image. There we are. Cool. This is actually just a transparent image that shows you the mesh. It can be very useful when you want to know where are midlines, etc. Now, for example, here, there you can see where's the midline or so. Lock it. So, because what I can do now is something very simple. So, circle. Create myself a new circle. Very good. There we are. Then copy and paste. Move this over to there. Shift D. Shift D doesn't work there. Copy and paste. Then move this one here to the center. And move this one down. Oh, look at that. Yeah, it's close. So we make this a little bit smaller. And this has to be cut. So I make a rectangle. These two I will right click and say align center. Oh, wow. And then this I will drag into there. Wait. Oh, this rectangle I have to change. It has to be this way. Okay. So this rectangle is actually, and again, kind of a nice feature of Gravit. So you see this now, it works like a clipping tool. I can select this whole thing here, copy and paste, and then say, flip this down, bring this to here, expand, and here this ellipse, move up, scale this down maybe a little bit, maybe a little bit wider there. Nice in height. Okay, so this I will hide, this I will unlock, and I move this to the side simply so I can drop the colors. I need to select the ellipse here. And the process I use with clipping surfaces pretty much is standard. So Illustrator, Affinity Photo, they all do the same. I just use Gravit because it's just web-based. And for what I need to do, I think I said that before, it does everything I need. So, and then here, click, 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 one up, over, down, and close. Click and drag. So beautiful. Maybe a little bit in. Same here, just a notch. No borders. Zuck. So on the page background should be this color, and lock and hide. And there we are. Pretty cool. Now, so we recreated actually that image, just much sharper. So now this is 1000 by 1000, and I could go ahead and say export. Do you want to save? Yeah, okay, let's save. Save. I start hearing myself mispronouncing words. Face remote. Go actually 3 times. So it's actually much bigger now on purpose. And you can see the difference then there. So this is face rebuilt. And then here, I could go ahead and say, open this image. There, but we don't really see much there because this is just for the UV editor. We also have to adjust this one here. And when we zoom in, there, pay attention to the details. This was the thing I drew was fine. It was also a bad brush because the brush was hard, no sharpening. And here, this is now redrawn, nice and cleaned up. Cool. Okay. So now with this done, let's say that a designer or so would like to adjust colors, and we could go ahead, change these colors, export, reload the image, boom, done. Not really complicated. Okay. To bring all this quickly to an end, so let's turn this on, go to here, there, Boolean, yeah, union. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, quite many. Want to make this a tick easier. New collection, that should actually work. There, no, yeah, yeah. Neck and leg, left and right. Put this into there. Body parts. Okay. Save. Here, union, collection, body parts. Cross fingers. Spinning wall. Did I save before? I hope. Uh-oh. Oh, should all work actually. Okay, while you are working, let's fire up. For instance, blue figure. Which version is this one? Exact 80. Ah, interesting. Okay. So it didn't do it. Good. Okay, let's see. Count of 2. That's all fine. Let's turn this on. What do we have here? Oh, nope. 3. Here. Oop. 3. 1 is brutal, but we'll do it. Oh, yeah. So 2. 2. I'll do 2 here too. Save. Very good. So one more time. So collection body parts. Maybe this works better now because yeah, there we are. We simplified it. Some things are missing now. For example, the body color here. So plus for this main body, and we add the t-shirt. Because the t-shirt is the body color for this object here, and we join this object to the hat. Now, keep in mind here again, this is just this ball. So we also need to add actually then the body color and also the face there. And we do not assign this to particular faces inside the blue body. We don't need to because the Boolean modifier adds the geometry to the sphere. And by having these materials in here, it understands how to carry those over. Still working. There. Okay. Yeah, very good. Save Alt H. So there's actually the head. So the head I will put into body parts too. So save, open, and exit edit mode. So it does it as a rebuild. You see now it's just blue because the face is missing as a material. There. Fantastic. Yeah, and that's it. Again, very simple, clean geometry. Fusion will love us when we bring this type of geometry over to do all the stitching and then the filleting. Most important command now is save, and that's it.